What's up, everybody? Today on How Not to Be a Goomba, great news! I got my thing signed today, and the lady at the law firm gave me a call, and she let me know the judge signed it off, which is wonderful. So, what that means for me is that I can reapply in the morning, send that in, and Monday I have to make a phone call and see if I can get my fingerprints done because it's a new thing for the application for a license. It got put in middle of February, so between all this blah, I got the number a couple days ago. I unfortunately was a dickhead and didn't get that started. Bummer for me, so it might take a couple extra days, but I should be starting next week, roughly. I hope. Depends on how long the fingerprint thing takes, depends on how long they get back to me with the approval of my license. But as it stands, I'm back to having a clean record, and yeah, and all this originally with the paperwork, it was my diversion was supposed to take until the 31st of March. And well, at the time of recording this, it's the 10th, but it's the day of the 9th. So hooray, still working nights. And because I was positive and I was honest and I got them to work with me and I was willing to swallow my pride, which is something I'm not a fan of, but for a means to an end, a means to an end. And got me started and got everything taken care of an entire 20 days sooner. Now, should it have gotten done even sooner? Yeah, it could have, but ADAC was giving me issues and all sorts of other things. But regardless, it's done. The one thing holding me back, and now I just have the paperwork for the actual application and, like I said, the fingerprints. But filling out the application will take me about 20 minutes online. And yeah, no, I'll make a phone call and see if I can go do stuff immediately on Monday. And if I can go get my fingerprints done on Monday or even Tuesday when they come back with the approval from my application, hooray! I might actually get to start middle of next week or at least plan out my following week. But it's done. It's good. And all of this would have taken far longer if I had been pissed off, negative, trying to be deceptive with people. But when I went to court, when I was talking to Craig at the law firm as well as Misty, I was honest. I was upfront. I was very positive and let them know, hey, I got stuff going on and I need to make this quick. Can you help me, please? And they worked with me. And especially when it comes to the legal side of things, court, anything, as long as you are respectful, you are kind, and you are honest, you are far more likely to get so much more cooperation and so everything just so much easier, which is why I'm able to actually keep my clean record. Hooray. But I got more good news too. And it's actually kind of funny because I didn't have a need for it until recently, but my cousin messaged me today asking if I wanted a desk and a table. And it's a dining room table, so it's going to go and be an island in my kitchen. And the desk, I didn't have a need. Well, I wanted a desk. I needed a desk, but I reorganized my room and actually have a spot for it now. I might rearrange it again, just possibly. I don't know yet. We're gonna have to see. I'm not quite sure on the dimensions. I have a picture of it. I might need to move it to the other spot and rearrange things again. But if I do, hey, that's cool. That's something I get to do around the house just to make me feel better. And none of this would have been happening. Now, I know what you're saying. My cousin would have messaged me anyways, and she could have, but you never know. If I had not been positive getting shit done, had she not possibly gone and talked to mom, whatever. I'm assuming that's probably what happened is she went and talked to mom about something over the past week or so, whenever, and she messaged me to see if I could see if I wanted them. So yeah, between mom and her, the next time I go to Hill City, I'm going to be picking up two end tables, the big couch. The table mom had, it was a glass oval table, but the glass is broke, so I need to get a piece of plywood for that, which is not going to be hard to come by or even buy. But couch, two tables, two end tables, and a desk. I now have a fully furnished house. Now, thankfully, it is because of my family, but if I was a dickhead, nobody'd be trying to help me. If I was a dickhead, that none of it. None of it. If I had just been pissing people off, it just wouldn't have worked. And that's all about being positive. And all of these things are starting to line up because I've been being positive, using my imagination to find out what I really want to do and really focusing on my goals. And I didn't even have goals until like a month ago. Well, actually, I didn't have goals until I got offered this job. I just knew I wanted something better. And hey, things are getting much better. There's so many things that are just starting to go so much better than they were when I was down in the dumps and being pissed off at myself and bitching and just being an asshole. And it's awesome. Like just having a positive outlook and truly working towards my own goals has led to so much positivity and so many good things that have come about since I started this channel, since I started my actual journey to improvement, which, like I said, I got my journal and that actually was on day 5 when I started, if I remember correctly. No, I think it was on day 6 and my daily planner was on 5, which I've kind of neglected the last week. I kind of just stopped with it, but this is also kind of my video journal and just my culmination of thoughts throughout the day, which I think is really important because, well, at least for me, I realize this is going to sound extremely conceited, but this is the best story I could ever tell. Life is the most interesting story anyone has ever known because it's life, it's reality, it is the truth behind everything. Sure, I can write a book. I wrote a book in middle school. I need to start writing again. I need to actually buy Word, but I haven't found an inspiration for what I want to write about because this is the story of my life. My journal is an entirely separate thing, and that is just my notes for me on what I think about the day, what I've done, and different stuff. Because obviously, I can't. A lot of what goes into my journal would be on here as well, but at the same time, what's on here is a topic of discussion for you guys. And with the fact that I'm starting my new job soon, there will be a lot more content as soon as I get paid from that. And start, well, it kind of depends what my first paycheck looks like. And the second paycheck. Either way, I get paid weekly for the work I do and the work I'm going to be doing. So, as long as I'm working my ass off and doing good, yeah, no, I'll be able to start really improving the channel and start branching out into a whole lot of new ideas and things I've been wanting to try and things I've been wanting to do because now I'll have the funds to do it. And that's awesome. And I'm excited, guys. I really am. There's a lot of stuff that's coming up and just getting good. Come to think of it, all these things are getting good now, and I have so many things to look forward to now. But for so long, I stayed in the negativity. I stayed drowning in my own thoughts. And I shouldn't even say I was drowning in my own thoughts. I avoided being in my own thoughts for every last bit of my childhood because every time I got in there, all I had was angry things, and I didn't know how to get rid of. I played my video games. I went to school, and I was a bullied kid. So yeah, I had a lot of anger, a lot of sadness, a lot of depression with my mom's accident, my brother doing what he did, being a bullied kid. No, there was a lot of bad growing up. So I did what I thought was the best idea at the time, and I just stayed home and stayed away from society because I figured you can't arrest me if I'm at home playing video games. That is not a crime. So I did. Even when I was in the Navy, I would go out and I did a fair bit of stuff. There's stuff I wish I would have done that I just never took the time to do that there's nothing I can do about it now. Do I regret it? Yeah, kinda. Hell, there was a place I wanted to go in Cali called Crazy Burger, which served lion and zebra and all sorts of exotic stuff that I just never took the time to do. And it's an experience I never took the time to have for the simple fact of I didn't. There's no real good excuse for it. I just didn't. So what I want you guys to think about for the day, what are the things you have wanted to do that there was really nothing that inhibited you from doing it, but and money is not a thing. Money is not a thing because if you really want to do something, you make it work. You do. You do. So money is not an answer. Why didn't you do it? What do you want to do now that you keep telling yourself money is a problem? Money is easy to come by. Heck, I was only scheduled 2 days today or this week for work. But because everything hadn't lined up the way I wanted it to and the way I needed it to start working this week with insurance, I got called in yesterday, well, would be Thursday, and I mentioned to Noah, my head cook, that feel free to call me tomorrow because I'm not working, doing anything. If you need help, call me. And he called me about 1:30 today, and yeah, I ended up working from 3 to midnight. So hooray! There is a total of 14 hours that I wasn't scheduled to work that I worked this week that is really going to help me in this transition period. Just because, yeah, I was only scheduled the 2 days because that's the schedule I'm going to have with Mittens. Now I'm going to stay on call with Mittens, even when I'm working with Liberty National throughout the week. But they understand that depending on the day, depending on what's going on, I may not be able to come in until later. But if they need me to come in, I'll make sure to make my way there and get there so I can make that extra money on top of what I'm doing with Liberty National because it's going to take me some time to really get my income going with Liberty National. Now, the amount of money I can earn there is significantly higher than it is with Mint. However, being as I am new to sales and I am still new to insurance, I know it's going to take me some time to get a flow, really figure out what I'm doing. So I'll take all the extra work I can get. Am I going to be tired? Yeah, maybe. Am I going to be worried about it? Nah. Am I going to be happy with it? Yeah. Yeah, I am. And if they were to call me in 3 days a week on top of the two I have on the weekend, and I'm back to 5 days plus what I'm doing with Liberty National, I'm happy for it. Yeah, I'm going to be running around. Yeah, I'm going to be tired, but I'll manage. But what that allows me to do is have more funds to make sure everything's okay and get things rolling. Because once things are really rolling with Liberty National, I can start to invest. Now, initially, I'm going to put back funds before I spend a lot. Now, a camera and a mic are on my list of things to buy immediately. As soon as I make sure I'm good, because I'm going to have to start an entirely different budgeting system. Now, I realize I can go off rough numbers, how much I need per week, dot, 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 dot. Given the fact that the income is going to be higher. I am going to have a higher income as soon as this starts. But I'm also going to have a lot higher expenses because I'm going to be driving around. There's an immense amount of gas, and I'm going to need some time to really figure it out before I start just making some big purchases. And I need to establish a proper budget for that first. But as soon as I have said budget, I can start putting money. I'm going to be putting money away immediately. But as soon as I can start throwing money towards investments and different things, I'll be letting you guys know. I downloaded an app called Stash that I'm looking into, but I need to get a different bank for it because they don't actually have First State as one of the things they accept. Just it's not a big enough bank for the website, so yeah. I don't know. I'm gonna be looking into it, and I'll put some money in it, regardless. And if it has any kind of growth, I'll let you know. What I'm investing in on my weekly basis, I'll probably section it out to 1 day a week being entirely about finances, which, yeah, I think I'll do that. Once I actually get things figured out, we're gonna do that. But we're over 15 minutes here, trying to keep them trying to keep them shorter. If and I need to get them even shorter than this because I know you guys are not wanting to watch some big ass long videos, and I know that's a bad habit of mine because I like to ramble. But hey, I'm talking about good stuff. Everyone loves a feel good story, so hey, love me. But all right, guys, like, share, subscribe. You guys want to talk about anything good, bad, something new you got going on, something you tried, anything new, any new experience is a good thing. Doesn't matter if it's good or bad. If it's good, it's good. If it's but there's more to be learned from it than that. It requires a little bit of thought. But I love you guys. Peace out.